surveillance. It appears to be racial profiling, and it is intimidating, and indeed almost creates something of a hostile climate. And that is a problem that needs to be looked into on the scales.
And part of the reason why we're pushing that particular point, President Stanger, is because at the meeting, Valerie herself, who you have placed trust in, you said you trust, when she answers us and tells us they have to be there and our concerns are unfounded when the majority of the students there are Black, Latino, of color who suffer daily police repression, that makes us further convinced she is not competent to be in the position that you have placed her in. So you personally, when you first came to university, who you were comfortable with, who you wanted to select and place there, we can understand that. But this is the constituency. These are the clients, for lack of a better word. We're the ones who don't feel that trust, that when we go there, that she understands what the deal is, especially when we've come to offices that we're called gangs, and we're called this and that, from people who we're supposed to go to and ask for help. So how can we trust these people who you have placed there? Which is what we're asking right now. We're saying that we need more of a say to get people who we can trust to look out for us, and not necessarily who you're comfortable with, because we're the ones who are going through it. If you can respond to that would be very helpful.
It's a personnel matter. Thank you.
President Stanger, before you were president of this university, and I'm sure early in your career, you taught college courses, did you not? Your PhD is in engineering, isn't it? And in engineering, you usually do not give exams with open-ended questions, correct? I'm asking you, I don't know. You do, those types of exams are given? I'm asking, okay. What grade or what evaluation would you give to a student, okay, who came prepared, or you assume came prepared for the class, and the answers that you got in that open-ended question exam was, I'm going to try harder. I'll do better next time. I don't know. I'm not sure. I will look up the answer at a later date. What type of evaluation? What type of evaluation would you give that student?
I would fail you.
The reason why I'm asking this is not only because of the frustration that most of the people here, most of them are students, are feeling about the way that you're addressing this problem, not only tonight, but have been. But I'm also one of the faculty, concerned faculty that signed that letter that we sent to you, okay? And we're not satisfied with that answer, okay? The second thing that I wanted to raise was, how would you evaluate, let me backtrack a little bit. One of the concerns, not only of the students, but also of several faculty, number of faculty on this campus, particularly those of us that are faculty of color, is the lack of diversity in the faculty body, okay? And when this was brought up in an earlier meeting to one of the members of your administration, the response of this person was, well, we're trying to hire more faculty, but the problem is that the really good faculty or really well-prepared faculty wouldn't come to a university like this one. What type of, how would you evaluate that type of response?
It's a poor response.
How would you evaluate the cultural competency of a person that gave such a response?
Low.
That person was Valerie Hampton. You know what the person who who you've placed all your trust in to address these sorts of issues on this campus. You may want to evaluate that decision, sir. The last comment that I wanted to make is, leaving aside the quality, and some of us think it's debatable, but the quality of the training program in diversity at Michigan University, leaving that aside, what would you think of somebody who was working in the counseling center or who was working in university health services, both which entail treating students in very delicate and serious conditions? How would you feel if the training that either the person in the counseling center or the person working in health services was only a week's worth of training? How would you evaluate the skill levels or the ability to do what was required in a situation like that?
Okay, I get it. You don't like Valerie here. I get it.
No,
I get it.
no,
I get it. And I
that's
totally
not,
understand.
That's not it. That's not it. Ultimately, actually, that would be...
No, wait, no. You don't like me because I chose Val.
No. It's not personal, sir. It's got nothing to do with... And...
Respect me?
I'm sorry?
I'm trying to find the right...
No, this is not a personal issue, okay? And this is where some of us differ on what we understand by racism and what we understand by structural inequalities, okay? For many of the people in the administration, apparently yourself included, this is a problem of feelings, this is a problem of sentiment, this is a problem of intent, okay? For some of us who study these things and who have training in this, at least much more than a week, okay, and have researched and published in these issues, these are structural and institutional issues, okay? This is not about personal feelings. In this case, the problem is not whether I like Valerie or not. That's beside the point. The problem isn't even whether I like you or you like me. That's not the issue. The issue are how do these institutions function? And in this case, the head and the top of the institution is represented by people like you and people like Valerie. Okay? I don't think necessarily changing the individuals is going to improve the thing. I think what needs to happen is to restructure the institutions.